Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I've never talked about this on my channel before, and I'm honestly very nervous, but I don't know why, because we need to normalize this. This needs to be a normal thing that happens for women and men too, but women mostly, and we just need to just treat it as like a normal thing. And what I'm talking about, as you can tell by the title, is yeast infections. I'm talking about yeast infections, and we need to just normalize it. I don't know why it's like this big, nasty, gross sort of thing when it's very normal. It happens to women all of the time, and I just happen to be one of those women. So I'm going to be talking about it today, about what it is, what causes it, and some treatments that have helped me to get everything under control, I guess you could say. So let's just get on with this video. I'm like very nervous, but I don't know why. Somebody help me. I broke it down into 3 sections, like how I said. What is it, what causes it, and the treatments that I have found that has helped me personally with my yeast infections. So just a little backstory. I have gotten, I think, 3 yeast infections within the last 2.5 years, I think, or it might be 3 years. So I've gotten a few yeast infections over the past few years, let's just say that, and they are horrible. I wouldn't wish them upon anybody ever. They are very uncomfortable, they itch, they burn, they are just horrible. They're absolutely horrible, and I hate that I was that type to where I felt like I couldn't tell anybody about it. I felt like it was a gross, nasty, unnatural thing that I just could not talk about to anybody, because I didn't want them to think that, you know, I'm nasty or that I don't take care of myself or this, that, and the third, and that's not even the case at all. I hate that I even thought like that, because that's not the case at all. Like, you could clean yourself every single day perfectly fine, no problems, and still get a yeast infection. I mean, I just wanted to get that out of the way and tell you guys that I have experienced yeast infections before multiple times, and I feel like I have enough experience to share with you guys the treatments that I've been using that has helped me. So now that we got that out of the way, we're going to talk about what a yeast infection even is. So I actually went on Google so you guys can hear the Google definition. So I don't know how to say this word, but a yeast infection is a buildup of candida, where your candida yeast gets out of balance and makes everything out of balance. So that is where you get a yeast infection. So an over amount of yeast is being produced into your body, which causes a yeast infection. You know, discharge that looks like cottage cheese, and that's really like clumpy and white, and like it doesn't really necessarily have an odor, or at least mine didn't have an odor, but it was like chunky white consistency sort of, and that is usually a big sign that you have a yeast infection. Itchiness is a sign that you have a yeast infection. Burning while you're peeing or burning while having sex, all those things can be a sign that you have a yeast infection. Now, there is another condition, I guess, or infection, bacterial vaginosis. I don't know how to say these words, okay, y'all, but BV is what they be calling it. So if you have BV, those two are very similar for the symptoms. You could have very similar symptoms to a yeast infection but actually have BV, so make sure to get checked out by a doctor if you're not sure. But this is specifically for yeast infection, so I can't talk too much about BV because I personally never experienced that, and I don't have that myself, but I'm pretty sure you can find like other videos to help you get that under control too. But I don't want to say that it's pretty much the same thing, but you can use these by all means, the treatments that I'm going to share with you guys for BV, and see if they help you, but I'm really not too sure about that. So that is what a yeast infection is. Now we're going to be looking up what causes a yeast infection. So let's see. Okay, so I looked up what can cause a yeast infection, and it says antibiotics, pregnancy, uncontrolled diabetes, weak immune system, hormonal imbalance, stress, and then of course sexual intercourse with somebody, having your pH thrown off by something that you use maybe in the shower or at a friend's house or something, just any sort of imbalance that is making your pH like go off the rails, that could cause a yeast infection. So that is very important to know, that if you're doing any of those certain things and you're noticing that you're getting a yeast infection after you do those certain things, and that's probably a sign that you should not do that anymore. And I know it's very, very stressful when you get them, trust me, I know, but y'all, please do not itch it. Please do not scratch it. Please don't itch it. Please don't do that, because you're just going to end up making it worse. Trust me, I know how crazy that feeling can get. Like, it's literally like, I don't even understand how our bodies could even do that to us. But don't itch it, don't scratch it, don't even mess with it. It's gonna be okay, it's gonna go away. It just takes some time, a week at least, to have it go away, but that itching, burning sensation is gonna be there for a few days. So just do not itch it, do not scratch it, please. So now that we've gone over what causes it and like the different things that can cause it, this is how to treat it. So some of the treatments that I have used that has helped me treat my yeast infections, I'm actually going to go to my notes because I wrote some down. So the first thing, the holy grail that I use that has helped me to get rid of them, is this little jar right here called boric acid. This is your best friend, okay? Everybody who experiences yeast infections, go order this right now off of Amazon. It's going to be your lifesaver. Trust me, it's going to be your lifesaver. You take one of these, I think, is it twice a day, or okay, you take it once a day before you go to sleep. You pop one of those thingies in there and you leave it in there, and it dissolves, of course, in there, and it's supposed to help you get your pH back on like the healthy balance and everything. And it says it supports odor control and promotes vaginal balance. So this has really helped me when it has come to yeast infections. I recently discovered this because my mom actually told me about it. Because you guys, when I tell you, I did not want to tell anybody when I was experiencing yeast infections before, but I wish I would have said something sooner, or spoke up sooner, or just asked for help sooner, because if I would have discovered this, I probably wouldn't have been getting them as much, because I don't know, like this is just a holy grail. I definitely recommend this. The next thing that I would say has helped me was taking this Feminine Care Cranberry Urinary Tract Health supplement. So they look like this, and then you take 2 a day, 1 in the morning and at night, and they look like this. So you just take one of them like a regular pill, nothing too crazy, and they're supposed to just help like your pH and everything, and just make sure that everything is balanced. And it has vitamin C, calcium, and of course cranberry, and just like all that good stuff that helps with supporting the natural pH of our vagina, so that everything is natural and steady and just going the way that it's supposed to go, basically. And then the next one for another, I guess, temporary treatment would be a cold compress. So just something cold, a cold towel, ice, frozen vegetables, whatever. You can put that, you know, on your inflamed area down there. I found that helped me a little bit. It didn't help me a lot because it still had that feeling, but it did help a little bit. So if you are itching a lot, then I would just put something cold down there, and then, you know, just have your legs closed on it, and then just do that. Or even actually have your legs open and then just lay it right there and just lay down on your back, because if you have your legs closed, that might cause like a little bit of friction, and you want everything to just breathe and just let everything loose, because don't have like underwear or tight clothes on when you have a yeast infection. You want to let everything breathe. The next thing that I found that has helped me is apple cider vinegar. You can either take it as like put it on a spoon and then drink it like that twice a day, or you can put it in your bathtub and put, I think, like 1 cup or a little bit under that. I'm not sure the exact measurements, but you could put some in your bathtub and then just sit in there and have your legs like open and let everything just clean itself out, because apple cider vinegar is known to be very good for the system. We should be taking it regardless if we have yeast infections or not, because it's just very good to maintain your healthy balance in your body, and it's just really good for you, so we should be taking it regardless. But apple cider vinegar is another great way. You can also put it on like a little cotton round and then put water on it and then like dab it on the area, on the inflamed area, and maybe that might help with the itching and just like making sure everything is clean down there. And then also my last one is just taking certain probiotics to help your body maintain its natural pH balance. So you can just either take these, boric acid, or any other urinary tract health vitamins that could help you stay on balance and stay healthy with everything down there. Because if you are the one, like I said, to experience yeast infections, we are the ones that have to, you know, do the extra steps and taking all these pills and vitamins and stuff. But it is gonna be worth it, because you don't want to experience that. Like, you do not want to be dealing with that, you know, multiple times out the year for multiple years and years and years. Like, yeast infections are not fun. They're not fun at all. So if you can prevent them by just taking a few vitamins a day, then I say go for it, because girl, yeast infections are not something to play with. They are not fun. They are not. But that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you guys found it helpful. This is like the first time I've done like a video like this, so it's pretty exciting to be taking me in a different direction and opening up with you guys and sharing with you guys some of the personal struggles that I deal with, because I do personally deal with yeast infections. Yes, I do. I'm one of them. It's not nasty, it's not gross, and if you are somebody who deals with them too, then it is okay. We have it all under control. If you don't get you some boric acid and some cranberry pills, and you should be good to go, because we are not nasty or gross, or we shouldn't be looked at as different because we deal with a normal womanly thing. It's just normal. It's just normal. But make sure to follow me on all my social medias. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel down below. Let me know if you guys would like a part 2 to this or not, because I feel like I could do a little bit more research and share with you guys other treatments that might have worked for other people that I just don't know about, or just any other information that you guys want to know about yeast infection. Please do let me know in the comments, and I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.